This is I Talk, Just Listen. Everything's allegedly and also my opinion. Alright then, let's get it. This is I Talk, Just Listen, a new channel on the scene. Trying to get to the top. I want all my viewers to be a part of the I Talk, Just Listen family. So hit that subscribe, like, and share, and comment so we can chop it up in the comment section. Alright then, let's get it. Jason Whitlock done came down the hill. I think he done took a permanent vacation down here this time. He ain't going back up that hill for a while. This time he went in, and he went in deep. He had a lot to say. A lot to say. Let's get into it.
Deion looks cool, looks the part, and blah, blah. Oh, he's part of the culture, and he's this, and he's that. This is a simp. This is someone with no street sense. And at 56, still wearing gold chains, running around like a little kid. And he's preparing these young men for life after football. Give me a break. Deion is arguing that the NCAA should reimburse his players for their mistake or some breach of security in Los Angeles. This blows my mind. And that the Rose Bowl or the NCAA owes these kids money and they should be reimbursed. That's not how life works. And if you don't, because, yeah, we dropped the ball, we should have told them about insurance, blah, blah, blah. We're telling them how to maintain their finances. We've got people, how to maintain their finances. And this is the part of the stuff that annoys me about Deion, particularly being at 56. You can't maintain your finances buying gold chains. It's a dumb investment. And so as a coach and as an adult, I don't want to be relatable to kids. I want to give young people sound advice. And even though it's advice they may not take, I'd rather be giving them that advice. Hey guys, don't buy gold chains. It's stupid. If we're paying you $100, $200, $500,000 through NIL, hey, take that money and invest in stocks and bonds. Take that money, buy real estate. Take that money and don't waste it on gold chains and material items that are meant to cover up your insecurities. Don't be like me. Because that's why Deion at 56 is still wearing big gold chains and sunglasses, and he's all worried about his appearance. And literally, and I'm not, because, guys, I'm horribly flawed, and I talk about it all the time, but I'm not going to give people dumb advice that has hurt me or I've seen it hurt others. How many broke 30 for 30 documentaries do we have to see before Deion starts telling athletes, hey, here's some of the mistakes I've seen other athletes make and young people make when they get a bunch of money? They go out and buy gold chains, earrings, gold grills. They blow their money on things that are meaningless when they could invest that money and use it down the road or build a nest egg down the road. They could use that money more appropriately. Give that advice, even though the kids may ignore it. But then when they don't insure it and when they insist on flying it across country for a football game on a business trip, why do you need your gold chains on a football trip? I mean, I know Deion has it, and that's the message he's sending to those kids in that locker room, that gold chains are important. But at what point does Deion snap out of it and act like an adult and act like a mature adult that realizes, hey, some of the things that I did in my youth, some of the things I may have done in my 30s, 40s, some of the things I may have done last year are actually inappropriate, and I should tell kids, hey, don't do it. But I want to play you this video that came out today. Doc Holliday inspired me, energized me, gave me hope. Like, oh man, the scales are really coming off people's eyes. People are talking about the real issues as it relates to Deion Sanders, because he put out that video yesterday. The Deion worshipers attacked him, and here's how Doc Holliday responded.
To all you Deion Sanders stands, fans, loyalists, fanatics, groupies, who have so many disparaging things to say about me and say to me, ooh, my gosh, grown men, defending the grown men, getting so much in their emotions about another grown man when I didn't say anything bad about him. I just posed a question. Y'all don't want to ignore all the video. Y'all probably hadn't seen him. Well, I was speaking up for him and his family. But I just posed the questions. But anyway, it's all good. But in the words of you all's idol, what about me will make you think that I care about your opinion of me? Your opinion of me is not the opinion I have for myself. All praises to the Most High. And I'm going to tell y'all, just like I told Coach Deion Sanders, the GOAT always loses in the end. He know what I'm talking about, because the GOAT is his best friend and the best friends of his celebrity partners. You all might not know what I'm talking about, but he knows what I'm talking about. The GOAT always loses in the end. All praises to the Most High, the one and only God. Y'all have an amazing day.
And so, I'm just telling you, for me, I was like, oh my God, there's someone else out here in the world who gets it, who knows exactly what I've been getting at. The GOAT is Baphomet. The GOAT, all of this symbolic. It's satanic. And that's what he's getting at. That Deion and all the rappers and his celebrity friends and that whole movement, it's idolatry. It's devilish. It's wicked. It's an energy that's being tapped into, that's being dressed up by Deion's pretty words and his references to God and thank God, blah, blah, blah. But the real energy at the heart of what's going on with Deion Sanders, and I'm sorry if it makes you uncomfortable, but no man should be comfortable with the level of idolatry that's being showered on Deion Sanders this football season. No man that believes in God should be comfortable with that. The real believers are being persecuted, not worshiped, not celebrated all over the culture. If Deion were representing something real, he would not be the toast of ESPN and Fox Sports. He would not be the toast of social media. Men wouldn't be running around like groupies worshiping him. It's a sign that Deion's playing for a different team. Now, he's done dressed it up, and he'll say, God bless this, and I just want to thank God. But that's not the team he's playing on. So, blew my mind to see Doc Holliday play that card, the whole truth about Deion Sanders. But that is the whole truth. And people can hate me because I've been, I got to give Doc credit because he went straight to the root. I've been tiptoeing around. I've been pointing out all the symptoms without telling you what the symptoms say the diagnosis is. But anytime you got all them rappers and the whole Hollywood elite and all that, and the whole mainstream media worshiping you and taking pilgrimages to Boulder, Colorado to celebrate you, you ain't walking with God. You're in on it. And so I want to go back to one other thing as it relates to Deion and the advice and his stewardship, his discipleship, his mentorship of these young people at Colorado. And so let's move the spiritual thing to the side. Let's just deal with street sense. And that's, again, where Deion has a failing. And I don't care where Deion came from 40 years ago. These pampered elite athletes that have spent 40, 45 years or even 20, 15 years being worshiped, they have no street sense at all. They're pampered elites. And so when Deion is inviting the rap world into his locker room, into his sidelines, into his game day experience, into his all-week experience, he's inviting the gang criminal world into his environment. He's Offset on the sidelines, Keith Glock in the locker room. Who's the dude that spoke to the team inside during the week of prep? I can't remember which rapper. All these rappers are gang connected, gang related. They may not be gang bangers, but they all, for street credibilities, they all run with gangs. And so they have friends. And so and again, many of them do a lot of business in California and Los Angeles. That's home ground. And it's I'm going to tell on myself all the way. I'm going to just tell y'all how much I know. And again, the kind of wisdom, Deion bringing Brittany Renner into locker rooms like he's teaching these kids game. Let me put Deion and the groupies and everybody up on real game. You invite the rappers in. They're connected to gang members. When they go back home to keep their strip, man, the Rolex Shador got, the gold chains that Shiloh has, the gold chains that all these players have, they making all this NIL money. And man, they locker room looks like a jewelry store. And so when the people you've invited into your environment go back home and just start gossiping about you, you've put a bullseye on their back. They start gossiping around people. Oh, and they coming to LA? We're going to get at them. That'll be a nice score. You got a bunch of idiots flying in from Colorado with their gold chains and cash and all that other stuff. Oh, that's going to be a nice score. I got a friend that works security at the Rose Bowl. All of this flashy, in your face, hey, look at my Rolex after the game. You're putting a bullseye, you're putting a target on your kids. These dudes have no street sense. When you hear about someone getting home invaded, I'm just keeping it real. When you hear about someone getting home invaded, that is generally speaking from a man who had an escort visit him in his home. And when the escort goes back and tells her pimp, that this is what I saw, this is what he has, then the pimp and his compatriots, the people he's in on, they start plotting on, oh, we're going to run up on this man's house and get what he's got. This is just what happened to Deion and UCLA. They put a bullseye, a target on themselves by who they keep inviting into their home. You got all these kids making hundreds of thousands of dollars and blowing it on jewelry and running around with cash and trying to be baby rappers. This is what goes along with it. There's a reason why rappers get killed constantly. They run with a criminal element that doesn't mind killing people and doesn't mind snatching chains off of people. No street sense here. Deion looks cool, looks the part, and blah, blah. Oh, he's part of the culture, and he's this, and he's that. This is a simp. This is someone with no street sense. And at 56, still wearing gold chains, running around like a little kid. And he's preparing these young men for life after football. Give me a break.
That was Jason Whitlock, a.k.a. Big Turkey, talking about Deion Sanders. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna have to agree with him on some things. Because a lot of these players out here, they do buy up a lot of jewelry, just waste money. That money could be buying up property. You know, buying you some land, investing, where you can have generational wealth for your kids on down the road. Instead, they were wasting money out here, sleeping with the Brittany Renters type, getting them pregnant. Didn't have to spend all that money on child support, just throwing away money. Whitlock is getting knee deep with Deion, questioning his faith because of his association with the rappers and people in the movie industry. But I ain't gonna lie to you. The music and movie industry always dabble in the dark side. So I can see what Whitlock is talking about with Deion and his association with all these rappers and music industry people and all that, because they always dabble in that dark side. Whitlock went deep on this one, real deep. Whole new level on this one, Whitlock. Whole new level. And that is what it is. I'm tired of talking about Deion and Whitlock. Whitlock went to a whole new level. Talking about Deion ain't walking with God. Insinuating Deion is walking with the devil. This is I Talk, Just Listen. Hit that subscribe, like, and share. And I'm out.